Now, as far as 10 days to the cliff, I think you know what I'm talking about. 10 days before we finally get done with these political ads that keep polluting my videos from where I'm trying to watch them on YouTube. Listening to them, can't listen to the radio, can't listen to anything without political ads. All this money they spend on political ads, you know how many people they could feed with this? They could feed a ton of people with all this money they're doing political ads. We all know who we're voting for. The thing about this election is we have had one or the other in power already. So we know what we're getting. I think this is the first time in my lifetime that we know what we're getting. So whichever one you vote for is the one you vote for. What really is kind of weird about this is we have one side that actually feels relief if the other side is assassinated. That kind of was like, man, there's something really weird about that. If people are cheering that kind of behavior on, it's like that's really kind of scary. Because if you're cheering on someone to get assassinated, it's going to be scary as hell when something happens to you. And that's just kind of how I see it. If you wish something on somebody, and it's going to come back to you. So, excuse me, but it's just kind of a weird place to be in. And I wasn't going to vote in this election until they replaced Biden with Kamala. Because when Biden was running against Trump, I was like, not this again. You know, we had this before. This is just crazy. And I was going to set this one out. And but on the other hand, I think a lot of us knew that Kamala was going to replace Joe Biden at one point or another. We already knew this. This is why he pulled her in. And he even announced it before he was even elected. He announced it. That in case something happens, he's going to have her replace him. We already knew that was going to happen. But as soon as she replaced him and started talking, and her platform is just blame Trump, it has nothing to do with, well, what would you do different? Well, nothing. I mean, we've already heard all these stories, so I'm not even going to rehash what we've been listening to, but it is ridiculous what is coming out of her mouth. And I'm like, okay, look, a lot of people may not believe their vote counts, but this time around, I think it's going, yeah, at least I'm going to put it in there, because the last time I voted, my candidate lost. I'm like, okay, we'll try it. No, didn't work. But this time, yeah, this is it's crazy listening to her. I can't follow it, and she makes me nauseous just listening to her. And I'm going to tell you, the people out there supporting her, especially the women, they're crazy. If you can't even joke about her, they get mad. And it's almost like the other side. Trump supporters on the other side, they're just like, we will kill you if you talk about Trump. And then you've got the other side, we'll kill you if you talk about Kamala. It's like, okay, it's crazy. But no matter which side gets elected, we're still waking up the following day in the same house, same room, going to our same job, doing our same thing, because the change is inevitable. But realistically, I think that a business person would be a more logical choice in a time like this, because I think you'd want your groceries and stuff to go down, prices to go down, and he has a plan. He has solid plans for that. But the other side has no plan. The other side is, well, let's talk about how bad Trump is. It's like, no, we don't need to talk about that. But once again, I don't want to rehash that, because there's so many people that are doing it now, so I don't have to. So that's 10 days to the cliff. We'll see how the cliff turns out.